fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to defend the world from grave danger. On my orders, coalition forces have begun striking selected targets of military importance. These are opening stages of what will be a broad and concerted campaign. More than 35 countries are giving crucial support, from the use of naval and air bases to help with intelligence and logistics to the deployment of combat units. Every nation in this coalition has chosen to bear the duty and share the honor of serving in our common defense.
So as you may have heard, the Houthis have started attacking any ships that pass through the Red Sea that they view as being Israeli, American, or from countries that support Israel. Now, this could be fake news because I don't really trust the Hindustan Times, but it sounds plausible. I couldn't find a Western source for this. But the Houthis have said they will not attack Russian ships, and the Russian ships can just go through the Red Sea. It's got to be rough being Russia, being this isolated country that is a pariah that nobody in the world supports and nobody in the world can work with. This does seem plausible to me, though, because Russia has pretty consistently called for a ceasefire in Gaza, and they, generally speaking, have good relations with Arab countries. Now, the Houthis are a group of Shia rebels who have been fighting against the Sunni/secular, if I understand it, Hadi government for the last, it's been a long time. The Yemeni civil war, let's see, I think it's like almost a decade now. It has been it's a decade. It's been going on for almost exactly a decade. And the Houthis have succeeded in holding off like this huge international coalition of Arab states. The U.S. has been involved. The Saudi coalition has been involved, and they basically fought them to a standstill. And it's kind of turned into, from my understanding, Saudi Arabia's Vietnam. And so these are tough guys. These aren't losers. I would not want to get into a fight with these dudes. They obviously don't have the technology that the U.S. does. But I mean, if they can beat Saudi Arabia has like the best stuff that money can buy. I think their army's incompetent. But if you're going to beat Saudi Arabia in a war, or at least hold off against them, I mean, I guess the U.S. Army's better, but the Saudis, I think, mostly use U.S. Army stuff. But they're firing on everything, and so the United States is going to put a coalition together. They're going to put together a coalition of the willing with all of their friends. We got Canada, France, Italy, Holland, Spain, the United Kingdom, Australia, and Greece, and we're expecting to see this coalition grow. However, what happened shortly after this was announced, literally the next day, the Italians, French, and Spanish withdrew from the coalition, leaving the UK as the only other significant member of it. But we got the mother of all coalitions for Operation Prosperity Garden, or as I like to call it, Operation OBGYN. And this coalition is going to go there, and they're going to escort those ships, and it's going to be amazing. And if we look at the what it's saying about the coalition, let's see what these dudes are including. Greece is going to send one ship. Holland is going to send two staff officers. That counts as being part of the coalition. Norway is sending 10 dudes, and Denmark sending one. So altogether, the rest of the European allies are collectively sending 13 dudes to help out, and that's enough to consider them part of the coalition. The other coalition are the remainder of the B team. We have Bahrain, we have Greece, we have Norway. Oh, no, right. So those three countries are collectively sending like 13 dudes. And we have Seychelles, the great military power of the Indian Ocean. And this is the mother of all coalitions. You thought the coalition of the willing was big. This coalition is way bigger than the coalition of the willing ever was. And they're going to go there and they're going to deal with it. And the UK is deploying the HMS Diamond, the most powerful ship in the Royal Navy. However, one area of concern is HMS Diamond's mechanical reliability. It is no reflection on the ship's company, but she has a track record of breaking down, including on her way to the Gulf in 2017. These issues have never been completely cured, and Diamond has yet to undergo the power improvement package. So they're going to send a ship that has a track record of breaking down with issues that they haven't fixed. So basically, they're sending nothing. They're sending like a ship that can break down at any point in time, and that's the coalition. The coalition is basically the United States, and they probably gave a couple countries like billions of dollars to go there. And they're like, "Look, dudes, we're gonna give you a bunch of money. Um, just send like one dude, so we can have." I'm sorry, I keep saying dude. I was born in the '90s. And we're gonna send them, and then you guys can be part of the coalition, and it's gonna be the mother of all coalitions. But like, this has to be the shortest lived international coalition ever. Like, this was from 22nd of December, and under this they have France, Italy, and Spain. And then literally the next day. When was this article from? Oh, it was the same day. Okay, they left on the same day. They were part of the coalition for like 6 hours, and then they told America to fuck off and left. I mean, this is embarrassing. Like, dude, if you're gonna do this, just go do it yourself. Don't make this fake coalition. What is Canada gonna send? I guess we have some frigates in our navy. The Canadian Navy is like, the Canadian Armed Forces are like notoriously underfunded. But they're gonna go there and they're gonna deal with it. Okay, here we go. Canada is sending 3 staff officers. They're gonna send 3 guys. So Denmark is participating in the operation, sending 1 officer. Seychelles is not deploying any vessels or personnel and limits participation to providing and receiving information. So it seems like collectively all the other members of the coalition are providing maybe 20 guys, and the UK is providing 1 ship that doesn't work. So that is the coalition. That is the USA and friends. You know what? They aren't even the B team. This is like the C team, the D team, or the Z team. Like, they really they couldn't they couldn't do better than this. They couldn't like pay Iraq or one of their, or like, I don't know, some like, or Israel. Why is Israel not part of this coalition? That's another good question. It's like America's greatest ally. Why are they not participating in this? Israel has an air force. Israel has a navy. Israel has a large army. Why aren't they participating? They're America's greatest ally. Why are the people? Why is the UK like doing more than Israel? Why is like Holland, by sending like 10 guys, doing more than Israel? But it's the mother of all coalitions. It's they're gonna go in there and they're gonna bomb the Houthis, and it's gonna work this time. It didn't work when the Saudis tried to do it, but this is the United States Army. This is America, and we're also going to take this opportunity to um, attack Iran, because that'll help the situation. Um, but everybody, just keep in mind, Russia is internationally isolated. The U.S. is not internationally isolated. They're able to get Seychelles, Canada, and Denmark on board, even though like they aren't participating really militarily in a significant way. But the coalition is here, and it's real.